जयति जयति भारत माता बुध गीता 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 निखिल मत वन निरतनत जन सुगीता निखिल मत वन निरतनत जन सुगीता निखिल मत वन निरतनत जन सुगीता जयति जयति जयति।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं दैवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. In the previous weeks, we had discussed various aspects of Arjuna's emotional roller coaster. We had seen how he wanted his chariot to be placed between the two armies. He wanted to see everyone who had assembled in this field in order to fight. He wanted to see those who had assembled on the side of Duryodhana's evil intended army. Having seen all these, we proceed with Sanjaya narrating the incidents of the great field of Kurukshetra. He continues to narrate what is happening, continuing from the part where he had told that Arjuna was now standing between the two armies and was looking at not warriors, not people, but at blood relations, at his uncles, at his grandfathers, at his fathers, at his son, at his friends. Sanjaya says, Tan samekshya sagonteya sarvan bandhun avastitan kripaya paraya vishtaha vishedan abravit. Tan samikshya sagonteya. Samikshya means having viewed. Looking at these people, Saha Kaunteya, that son of Kunti, who here is Arjuna because he is in the frame of context. Sarvan Bandhun Avastitan. As mentioned, he looks around and sees bandhus, relatives, friends, Avasthitan, standing in the army on both sides, because now he is standing at a middle ground. For him, it is dharma on one side and adharma on the other side. What happens to him is kripaya paraya vishtaha. Kripaya, overcome by compassion. Paraya vishtaha, overcome by emotion. The feeling of compassion is different from the feeling of sadness. Sadness is when you have done a wrong karma and you repent it. Compassion is when you know you are going to do something but you know it is also right but it will give you pain. That is compassion. A great example of our everyday life where we witness this compassion happening is, imagine an individual already running late to his workplace, and now he sees someone falling down from their own vehicle. But he has to reach his office, it is already late. If he stops by, it will get even more late for him. And he has to reach his office because he has some more important, immediate work to address. So at that time, an individual will be overcome by compassion because he is helpless, yet he has to leave the place. Such is the feeling of Arjuna. He is and was an individual who always wanted this war to happen as fast as possible. He was always waiting to lay his arms on those Kshatriyas who had humiliated his brother and his wife. He wanted to avenge all the all the wrongdoings that the Kauravas had done till date. He wanted to fight. He was in such a great desperation for the war to begin, and now the war has almost started, but he has reached a state of compassion. This gives us a very strong message that no person is completely free from this bandha of bandhus. It is proof of the phrase, blood is thicker than water. Rarely found are those individuals who have the ability and the heart to stand up to their family when they are going in the wrong path. Very rare. Even looking at those times, Dhritarashtra knew his son was going in the wrong path, but he did not have the guts, the courage, nor the heart to stand up to him. If once in his lifetime Dhritarashtra had said, "Son, you are going in the wrong path, we have to give half kingdom to Pandavas," the war wouldn't have happened. He was overcome by this blood relational attachment that comes, the thing which we called moha. He was overcome by moha, and the result of the moha and the excessive desire of some people is the result of this great war, where lakhs and lakhs of people lost their life. It is a strong message for us to never be greedy nor be inconsiderate of dharma. Blessed are those people whose families tread upon the path of dharma always. It is very easy for those people to side with the family, move along with the family, and rarely found are those lion-hearted few people who have the ability to stand up to their family when they are wrong and oppose them when it is necessary. Having overcome by emotion, Arjuna says, Arjuna uvacha दृष्ट्वेमं स्वजनं कृष्ण युयुत्सुं समुपस्थितं सीदन्ति मम गात्राणि मुखं च परिशुष्यति. Oh Krishna, oh Keshava, I look at my own people. Drishtvemam swajanam. I look at my own people. Swajanaha, they are my people. Krishna, yuyutsum samupasthitam. They are ready to fight. Yuyutsuhu means a person who wants to fight. A person who is ready to fight is called yuyutsu, as mentioned previously. It is good to recall that yodhum icha yuyutsuhu bhavati. They are all standing here ready to fight, and I was standing among them all this time. But now, O Keshava, do you know what is happening? Sidanti mama gatrani. Gatraha means shariraha, gatraha are all synonyms. The body. Sidanti, shaking. My whole body is shaking, it's trembling. Mukham cha parishushyati. My mouth is running dry. I have a lack of moisture in my mouth. It is completely running dry. And then he continues to address his ailment. He says, Vepathushcha sharire me romaharshascha jayate gandivam sramsate hastat tvakchaiva paridahyate. Vepathushcha sharire me. My body, O Krishna, is now shaking uncontrollably, Krishna. I am not able to control the tremors in my body. Roma harshascha jayate. The hair on my arms are standing on their end. the kind we get when we get goosebumps. Those kind of feeling is occurring in my body. That kind of feeling is occurring in my body right now. Gandivam sramsate hastat. My very weapon that I have so much confidence, faith, and pride about, the great Gandiva, whose lineage we have discussed in the previous session, I guess in session 2, where we have discussed about the lineage of the Gandiva. Such a bow with so much power and radiance, which I have held in my arms all this while, suddenly it is slipping down from my arm. My palm isn't supporting the Gandiva, O Krishna. My arm is not able to lift it. I am feeling powerless. Tvakchaiva paridahyate. My whole skin is on fire. I feel as if someone has set my body on fire. Now he continues to say what is happening. And what is very interesting about this is various scholars have pointed out that what happens to Arjuna at this moment is what modern medicine describes as hypoglycemia or low sugar in layman terms. At that point, Arjuna was feeling symptoms of low sugar, and they also very beautifully say Sri Krishna fed him the nectar of Bhagavad Gita, giving him the essential sugar that he needed. But actually, what happens here is his compassion overtakes his mind in such a way that neither of his bodily organs are listening to him now. This situation always occurs when someone is too frightened, too angry, or too much sad. When some people are angry to a great level, they do things which are unimaginable. When they are sad to a great extent, tears rush out of their eyes without their knowledge. They again do things which they do not intend to, out of control. Arjuna says, न च शक्नोम्यवस्थातुं भ्रमतीव च मे मनः निमित्तानि च पश्यामि विपरीतानि केशव न च शक्नोमि अवस्थातुम्. It is becoming impossible for me to stand here, Krishna. It is becoming impossible for me to stand here at this place and imagine myself fighting all these people. Bhramati vacha me manaha. My mind is wandering about. I have lost all concentration and focus. We must understand who is saying this. These words are coming from that archer who exactly aimed the eye of the bird and struck an arrow at its eye even when a million things around him was disturbing him. We are talking about such a warrior who was able to look at the reflection of a fish and strike an arrow through a rotating wheel to strike the eye of the fish. We are talking about the perfectionist, the person whose focus is unwavered. He is saying, Brahmati vacha me mana. I have lost all focus. I don't think I can wield a single arrow. I don't think I can even lift my bow. It is becoming impossible for me to stand at this place in this dynamic condition. Because at some times, even we might have experienced at places where our mental stability is not up par. We always tend to go away from that place. Some people are affected greatly by noisy places. When some place is excessively noisy, they tend to say, I cannot stand in this place even one more second, I want to leave this place. In the same way, in a place where Arjuna is supposed to be the bravest, he is supposed to lead the way for all the bowmen standing in the Pandava army. Arjuna feels he does not want to stand there even one more second because he cannot tolerate it. He says, Nimittani cha pashyami viparitani keshava. Nimittani, viparitani, extremities, bad omens. This is again an imagination, a delusion that is happening to Arjuna. Because at times when we start thinking pessimistically, everything that happens we tend to see it in a negative manner. Oh, see how it is happening. Today is not my day at all, we tend to say. What might have happened is we might have lost a carom board match. But still, we tend to say it's not my day at all. I'm losing in everything. As though we have lost the war of Kurukshetra, we say, oh my god, it's not my day at all. Today is a very unlucky day, we say, for things as trivial as our bike's tire getting punctured. That is the maximum that would have happened. But then we think it is a great loss. We think it is an unlucky day for us. Look at what Arjuna, a person who is with the Lord always, it is he is sitting with Lord Krishna. He says, Nimittani cha pashyami. I see evil omens, O Krishna. I think even the clear sky, I'm able to see bad omens happening. That is the delusion that is being caused in his mind right now. He is becoming delusional. Everything he sees is reflecting negativity to him because he is the person holding all the negativity inside at this point of time because of his compassion and because of his excess grief. Viparitani Keshava, oh Krishna, I am losing all control. Please help me. I am I am in a state where I'm helpless. Do you know, Krishna? All these days I wanted to go to war. I wanted to stand there and take 100 arrows and behead all the 100 Kauravas and have one special arrow for Karna. I have I have that in my quiver for Karna, a special arrow which I wanted to use always. I wanted to come to this war and fight, but now, Krishna, I don't think I can do it. It is impossible for me to continue fighting, he says. At this note, let us conclude the session by observing the massive delusion that has happened in Arjuna's mind at this current point of time. We can relate to this in various aspects where when something does not happen in our favor or in a way which we have assumed it to happen, we tend to think it is unlucky or it is not our day or bad omens are happening. Krishna's advice that is going to come in the future is not only for Arjuna. If it was for Arjuna alone, today the Bhagavad Gita would have not reached millions and millions of people, inspiring them every day. It is for all of us. It is a way of life. It is how our life should be based upon. It is how we should do our karma. So, on a positive note, today let us conclude and put our prayers to the Lord's feet, requesting Him to always put us on the path of Dharma. Give us the courage to tread upon the path of Dharma. And we have always said we need to choose between what is right and what is easy. Let us request the Paramatman to make what is right easy so that we can tread on the right path and in an easier way. गोविन्देति सदा ध्यानम् गोविन्देति सदा जपम् गोविन्देति सदा ध्यानम् सदा गोविन्दकीर्तनम् स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः सज्जनाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतम्